Hi guys, it's Val back here, and I did it. I got my friend Thaddeus here.
Hi.
His link is in the description below. Go ahead and check his channel out and subscribe. Subscribe to my channel. Behind the camera, we have our friend Keverly. She has a channel. Also, her link will be in the description below. Go ahead and check her out. Subscribe to her. Now that that's out of the way, we are going to talk about school. Elementary, middle, and high school. We're going to go over the good, the bad, the ugly, the grateful, get a little bit of experience of how we met type things. So
Overall, school left a bad taste in my mouth.
I mean, school did not leave a bad taste in my mouth until about high school.
Okay, how did you guys meet?
We met through our best friend behind the camera. She was friends with him through friends with her brother. Does that make sense?
Yes, that's true.
And then Keverly and I were friends. So getting all together in the same house, we all ended up being friends.
Right.
Did you guys go to school together?
We did in middle school.
Yeah.
Answering everything.
So, starting with elementary school, Thaddeus, do you want to start us off with, like, how was your elementary school experience?
Well, elementary sucked for me because I was bullied for my name being Thaddeus.
What?
Yeah, I was bullied for my name being Thaddeus.
Go ahead and tell me. I haven't heard this.
So, back then, I went to Joshua Academy.
Name calling.
And it's like a private school, so there wasn't part of the EVSC system. They did everything different from other schools. There wasn't a lot of teachers that can help out and students and stuff like that. And I got bullied, like, real bad. They would call me Thaddeus, and I was even fat back then. And they was really rude, like, really rude. And the teachers didn't care. My mother didn't care. A lot of people didn't care.
I care.
Thank you.
So, would you say elementary school was probably the worst part of school for you?
No, because I bounced back real quick.
Okay.
Okay.
And Valerie, your elementary school experience?
It was an interesting one. I got bullied a lot, the same. But I did meet my best friend. Oh my gosh, do you remember when we I scammed, I didn't personally do this, but I scammed her. She scammed herself. Okay?
Valerie.
Oh.
Okay, she brought an entire backpack full of little pet shops for a little
I know exactly what story you're talking about.
like, electronical pet that I got. I came out of there so ahead.
You give her a whole
I
backpack full?
loved that thing.
It was like the bottom of a backpack was like just full of like little pet shops, which I loved at the time. She loved at the time, but I had an electronic one. So she wanted that puppy and I wanted all the toys, so we swapped.
Oh yeah, that's called finessing.
That was
I loved it.
I loved it.
We both won in that situation.
But what? Okay, 5th grade. Guess what we had in our desks?
Store. A whole store.
Oh,
Is that what you're
that
talking
too.
about?
I wasn't even talking about that. I was talking about the index cards that we created, like a whole system.
Forgot
in our
about that.
desks. Okay.
Really?
You and Laisha did it.
What school was?
This was
Dexter.
Dexter.
Oh.
Name drop.
You and Laisha were doing that a lot.
So fun.
And I was like, I want in on this. So I started mine, and I would look over at Keverly's, and she would have these elite drawings, and like they made sense, and like they had dimensions, and I looked at mine, and I was like, sad, depressed. And then we would bring our pet shops to class, and they would just sit and like hang out in the bathroom, in the bedroom.
Was in this group called Team Power. And then I guess that just made us really closer, other than just Keverly, because I guess we have a thing for volunteering.
Just good people.
Yeah.
I just thought of something. I think this might have been end of elementary, beginning of middle school. We had this thing called T-TAC.
P-TAC.
P-TAC, okay.
He wasn't in it.
Preteen Animal Cops. We were fond of the show,
Animal Cops.
that one, and then the ghost hunting one. Because that's where we got the acronym from.
Keverly should be right here.
TAC.
It really should be right here. Comment down below if Keverly should put her face in this video, because we want it. She
For my
don't.
dead body.
That can be happened.
I'm not wanted, guys.
We can make
I'm
that
not
happen.
wanted.
Add another chair. Anyways, preteen animal cops were when we like went around our neighborhood just looking for lost, abandoned animals and would help them out. We found an entire litter of kittens once. That was epic. Mine was named Orange Juice. Yours was named Mocha.
Mine was Milkshake.
You have one?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh.
I'm a part of it.
You were in the aftermath
Yeah.
when we brought them home. But
Right, my
that
mom was like-
cool.
I can't believe I found kittens.
We couldn't either.
That was crazy.
But my middle school experience was not too bad. I feel like that was actually my favorite because I did have a best friend named Darian, and we did like everything together, and
You all
that
met
was
in
really
middle school?
fun.
Yeah, you did.
hmm And it was really fun, and then that's why I made the best grades because the work was easy, and I participated in a lot of things that I didn't do in elementary or high school. So middle school overall, if I did have to say, was my favorite years of school.
She just whispered uniforms. I'm triggered already. Uniforms make me so mad. I just did
Really?
an entire assignment on this as well. They just got me going.
Uniforms wasn't that bad for me.
Are you
'Cause I could make
kidding me?
anything look good.
I enjoy fashion expression, self-expression. I enjoy like my clothes being comfortable, being how I want it. Who in the hell wants to sit in a classroom with like slacks and a polo?
The only
How
thing
in
that
the
bothered
world
me
is
about
that?
uniforms was when they say you had to tuck your shirt in. That was the only thing that
I don't know if you noticed, but people with a little bit more tucking your shit in
right exposes some things.
exposes a few rolls.
Right. I used to hate tucking my shirt in. That was the only thing that bothered me. But other than that, and I used to get like MIRs, MIA, whatever they're called, just for not tucking my shirt in.
That's a MIR is a incident report, minor incident report. Some of them might not know that.
Yeah.
I remember getting an MIR for being late to lunch. To lunch.
All I remember in middle school is the locker rooms, like the gym. All I remember in gym is the
We're
locker
not
room.
I
cousins
remember
out.
being bullied heavily in
I
there.
remember just
What?
being uncomfortable.
No. That's more. I was bullied in there, but more uncomfortable than anything. Like, I
I
wanna
was
do
super
that.
uncomfortable in the boys' locker room.
Let's go on to high school. Starting with Thaddeus. What was high school like for you?
Well, high school wasn't really bad. Like, it had its moments. Like, it was like hitting puberty. So, it had its moments. Like, I had my good and my bad days, but overall, it was bad. It was bad. I'm not even gonna lie. And then at the end of it, I had to move to go to a whole nother high school. So it was like reliving high school again, even though it was my senior year, but still, it was
From day one of high school to the day I left, it was an adventure. I
because of people.
don't know what else to say.
Adventure, like, what do you mean by like a struggle? It
Yes, a
was easy.
struggle. There was new experiences happening, like things I never expected to do, expected to see. Just so much. Like it was so many issues just happened for like me personally.
Cause I feel like with you, brother, you was ready to get out of there. Like,
Yeah.
You graduated early and
I
everything.
I did graduate early.
I did too.
What was that like, graduating early?
Well, let me tell you about
Both of
how
you.
I got to graduating early and the struggle of just that. So the end of my sophomore year, I'm like sitting at the top of the bleachers during an assembly, and my friend sits there and tells me she's graduating early, a whole year early, and she's graduating next year. And I'm like, we're only juniors. How are you doing that? And she started explaining it to me. I was like, I want to do that. And she's like, you still can. Like, it's not too late. So I spent that entire summer going over every single piece of every credit I've earned, every credit that I need to earn, where and what I can do to graduate a year early. And I'm telling my mom, I was like, I will do online school, I will do this or that, but I need to graduate early because honestly, I had no classes left for my senior year. Looking at the list that my school offered, versus the list of things I've already taken. And I was like, there's nothing for me to take senior year. So I was like, I'm not having it. So
Right.
day one of school, I go into the counselor's office and I was like, I want to graduate early. Put me on an advanced plan. And she basically told me no. And I was like, look, you're either going to put me on this plan or
That stresses me out.
we're going to have an issue. Like, she called my mom. And my mom was like, I don't know what Valerie's capable of doing. I know she's always been very bright. She's always been very good at academics. But one thing I do know, she has been stressing over this for her entire summer. And anything she puts her mind to, she will get done.
Right.
And my counselor was like, okay, I don't think this is a good idea, but we'll do it. Let me tell you, best decision someone has ever made for me.
Right.
/ I advocated for myself.
I'm glad you graduated early.
Right.
And Thaddeus, you graduated early too.
Well, I didn't graduate like a whole year early. I graduated like months early because I left my junior year from Evansville to Indianapolis. So I went to a school in Indianapolis, and it was like I already had the minimal requirements. I just needed certain classes. I needed like 2 English classes, and that was about it. And so that's all I went there for. So I also did half days, including leaving early. So I was only there for like from August to December. I left December 21st. That was it. I just left.
Okay, did you have any life lessons that you learned from high school?
Don't take everything so seriously. Have some damn fun. Are you kidding me? I was such a stickler for being like on time, not doing anything wrong. I regret it. I wish I skipped more. I wish I was more free. I wish I was more like confronting with my teachers, especially when they needed to be confronted with. There are a lot of things you just have to do in life, and don't worry about being like do things.
Mine is really short. Take the ECA seriously.
Okay, let me tell you. You can, if you're wrong, but you feel like you're right, you can be wrong and make sure that you are right. My art class, final year, I was so sick. I had a lot of anxiety in this class, okay? I do not do art any point of wildness. Like, there is no good art for coming out of me. There's a lot of cutting. I do not do art well. In my art class, I had a lot of anxiety. We came up to using and doing an oil painting. Well, the instructions were not specific, not clear, do an oil painting. So I had a very thin layer of oil paint. You can still see somewhat through the canvas. But I had the entire thing covered. It just wasn't thick. It wasn't a lot of details. It was a girl in blue in the corner and an inverted light. So it went from a very bright yellow into a black around the girl. Instead of being a light, she was emitting darkness type thing. And the anxiety in the class I felt about not finishing my work on time, not having enough confidence to finish my work in any way. So I turned it in this way because I thought it was done. Honestly, it looked good. It wasn't thick or like painted where you can like see the oil coming up off the canvas. I don't know what that's called, but whatever. I turn it in, I get a D back. And I was like, no. No. So she told me to explain what I did in my painting. And I told her I did a non finito painting, which literally means not finished. It's a type of painting. Technically, it's from a Renaissance era when painters literally died or could not finish their painting, but it's considered finished. But that's what I told her it was because I have anxiety. I explained the entire thing about the anxiety in class and things. She still sent me a D, and I basically was like, you are not a nice person.
Oh my god. Me almost in a fight. Well, not necessarily in a fight, but I witnessed a fight by 2 dearest friends. There was this girl named Cayenne Pepper. Cheyenne. That's her name.
Oh my god!
And she got sent to AEA because I don't know, I guess she skipped too many times. And we was me and this other girl named Stephanie. We're just gonna say her name Stephanie. Her name is Stephanie. Yikes. Okay, so we was in the cafeteria eating, and she was so mad at Cheyenne for some reason. She was like, I'm a fighter. I want to fight her. And I was like, why would you fight her? And I kind of instigated it low-key because she was like, give me your phone. And I gave her my phone to text Cheyenne to tell her that she was going to fight her. So she was like, where you at in the school? Because I want to fight you. And I said, girl, she in the AA room. Stop. So Cheyenne takes my phone and she runs upstairs to the AA room. Like, leaves the whole cafeteria and everything. And I follow her. And then we pull up to the AA room and I'm standing right behind Stephanie Bowling. And Stephanie Bowling busts into the AA room with a whole math book. I don't know if you know, Algebra 2 book is big and thick as hell. So she threw a whole Algebra 2 book at Cheyenne Elmore's head. And they got this fighting. And then, you know, me being who I am, I took my phone because she threw my phone on the floor and I left. But then I came back to see if they were still fighting, and yeah, they were. And then I ran, and the police came to talk to me because they said they saw me on the security camera running, flee to the scene. And that's my story.
This is high school?
Yep, bossy.
After that crazy story, we are going to cut it here. Thank you guys so much for watching. Like and comment down below what other things you want to know specifically about our past. What other video types do you want to see from us? Do you want to see him again?
You better.
Do you want to see the girl behind the camera?
No,
If
thank
you
you.
she has a channel. They both do. Again, it's down in the description below. Go ahead and check that out. Check out my channel, the rest of the videos and things. We're going to go ahead. Remember, school's not everything. Today is everything. Adios, guys.
We're living our best life.